The fourth book of the Torah is called the Book of Numbers. And the reason for this is that there's a dual census that appears twice in the book. In the first Parsha, Parshat Bamidbar, and in Parshat Pinchas. But there's a major difference between these two accounts. And it's highlighted by the addition of two letters, a Hey and a Yud, in our Parasha. In our Parasha, we read about the families. The children of Reuven had the following. Mishpachat, the family of Chanoch, called Mishpachat HaChanuchi. The family of Palu, called Papalui. In each of the names that we find in our reading, there is an additional two letters, Hey and Yud, forming the names, the first two letters of the name of God, Yud Hey. And our rabbis ask, what is the reason for this addition? And why isn't it mentioned in the first parsha? Explains Rashi that the accusing enemies of the Jewish people said, if the Jewish people were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt and the men were slaves, surely the woman would have been defiled, and thus the genealogy of the Jewish people is not pure. Says God, I will testify that the children of Israel, their genealogy is pure by adding my name to their family names, Hey and Yud. And the question is, why is it only here? Why is it not mentioned in the first census? Explains the Talmud Rebbe a beautiful insight, which is so important to who we are today. The generation that came out of Egypt knew the truth. And when the enemies accused us, they could turn around and say, you're lying. This is not the truth. We were there. But the second census takes place 40 years later. The children don't remember what happened. And they may believe the accusations. And therefore over here, we add in the Yud and the Hey. And this insight is so critical for us today. For those of us who grew up with a love of the state of Israel and the Jewish people and what Zionism means, when we hear that the detractors are spreading and preaching their vile, we can respond and say, this is not true. But our children, when they hear it, don't have the same connection as we do, and they can be seduced and confused by the voices on the street and in the social media. And so for them, it's important to have the additional Yud and Hey, for them to appreciate what it means to be Jewish, what it means to be part of this incredible nation that has survived countless tragedies for thousands of years. And particularly now, as we start the 3 weeks of mourning leading up to Tisha B'Av, it's important that we highlight this message, the uniqueness of the Jewish people, being the children of Abraham, providers and anticipators and believers in the ideas of tikkun olam, fixing the world, making it a better place, care for those in need. And then when we read about the horrific diatribes and libels and false accusations leveled against us, we can turn around and say, what you are saying is not true. What you are accusing us of is what you are actually doing yourselves. And we've seen it time after time after time, that the accusations leveled against Israel as a state and as Jews has been proven to be false. We need to remember that in every one of us, we are and have the Yud and Hey of God to testify to our purity. We need to remind our children that when they see vile comments online and vile ideas pitched on social media, not to believe what they're hearing, to do the investigations, and when they do, they will find the truth in our ways. Parshat Pinchas, with its additional of two letters, Yud and Hey, can inspire not only ourselves, but our children as well. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that subscription button and notification bell, and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.